Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Drew's illicit partnership with Sidwell doomed? According to General Hospital spoilers, Drew Quartermain's illegal partnership may not work out. Drew might eventually pay the price for this Sidwell collaboration, which has the potential to go too far and cause catastrophe. Fans of GH are aware that Drew backs Sidwell's proposal to relocate the Esplanade to Pier 55, which would evict Sonny Corinthos from his home field. Drew's targeting of Sonny and Jason Morgan is obviously motivated by retaliation, which could be problematic in and of itself. Going up against the Sonny Corinthos is never a good idea. Therefore, Sonny's revenge is undoubtedly one way to bring Drew to ruin. Drew made a mistake, though, by associating with a dangerous criminal like Sidwell. Drew is too focused on pursuing Sonny and Jason to care that Sidwell had Lucky Spencer captive. That might backfire for Drew for a number of reasons. First of all, just because Sidwell has escaped punishment for his past offenses does not guarantee that he will do so in the future. Depending on the outcome, Drew's relationship with Sidwell could kill his congressional career. It might only be a matter of time until this alliance grows stronger and goes awry now that Sidwell is utilizing Drew. Sidwell might eventually endanger Willow Corinthos and her own children, or even Scout Quartermain. If Drew doesn't comply, it's simple to see Sidwell exploiting the people he loves to manipulate him. In any event, Drew should not have sided with a criminal who could cause significant harm in order to exact revenge on Sonny and Jason. Drew's relationship with Sidwell may endanger the people he loves, and if Sidwell's illegal activities become widely known in the future, it may destroy his career. Keep checking back for updates on the awful news that is imminent, as our forecasts indicate that Drew's world will collapse in one way or another. According to General Hospital spoilers, Drew might come to regret becoming entangled in Sidwell's complex web. According to General Hospital teasers, Jeff Kober is expressing his true feelings about Cyrus's death and coming out following his character's tragic departure. In a stunning turn of events, Jocelyn Jacks was the one who ultimately removed Cyrus from the map, and now Jack Brennan is going to assist her in hiding it. Fans will have to say goodbye to Jeff Kober now that Cyrus has finally met his maker. There is no doubting that Kober is a distinctive, captivating performer who contributed significantly throughout his tenure on the show, regardless of your feelings on Cyrus. Kober admitted in an interview with SOD that his character was initially only meant to exist for 6 months, but he ended up living for 5 years. Following his suggestion that that's 4.5 years of gravy, Kober reassured everyone that he was grateful. There aren't any real animosities, notwithstanding Kober's admission that he made fun of JH executive producer Frank Valentini for being fired. "I am incredibly grateful to Frank," Kober stated. "I did that in good fun because I wanted to torture him at least a little bit for letting me go." Jeff Kober left on an almost month-long journey to India shortly after filming was finished. Kober claimed that as a result, he is only now coming to terms with leaving the show. Kober obviously enjoyed the opportunity to play in this soap opera sandbox for so long, even though he wished Cyrus' point of view had been explored a bit more from an acting perspective. Although Kober finds it difficult to accept that he will no longer be doing that, he is grateful for the entire experience and the latitude he was granted in playing the role. "I miss the process, the people, and going to work," Kober admitted. "I have to admit, I really enjoy playing characters in soap operas." Kober seemed quite happy with the outcome, and said that this was one of the best death scenes he had ever shot. Regarding the fans, Kober was full of praise for those who have supported and loved him. Ultimately, it's clear that Kober is satisfied with Cyrus' outcome and the effort he put into the position. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn will have to deal with the consequences of her actions. Stay tuned for more predictions about her future and updates on any unexpected developments. Sasha's fake baby daddy plan is completely blown away by Anna and Jason's sultry affair. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jason Morgan has consented to act as Sasha Gilmore Corbin's fictitious baby daddy for the time being in order to safeguard Michael Corinthos' child custody dispute. To persuade Willow Tate Corinthos that there was something there, the two even kissed lately at the PCPD. The soap opera can't seem to break the chemistry between Jason and Anna Devane, but many fans have conjectured that this plotline would bring Jason and Sasha together as a pair. Do Anna and Jason still have a relationship? In the summer of 2024, Anna and Jason were having a great time bonding, and it culminated in an intense kiss in late September of the same year. The notion of the two getting together has since been slowed down by the program, which may be due to the fact that most viewers found the moment awkward and were quite vocal about it on social media. After all, Jason had a very strong bond with Anna's daughter Robin Scorpio Drake and remained close friends with her. However, it appears like GH is reviving the notion that the two might fall in love. Anna was clearly disappointed to learn that Jason was Sasha's baby daddy. GH viewers could see that the news caused some jealousy. Additionally, Anna and Jason shared a tense moment in the PCPD interrogation room on the February 18th episode, which appeared to indicate that they still had a connection. Plot twist, Anya? The past 2 times Jason claimed to be a woman's baby daddy, he formed close bonds with both Carly Spencer and Sam McCall. This is not the first time he has done this. Will Jason have luck the 3rd time? There are a few sparks between him and Sasha, but it seems that Sasha is more attracted to Jason and feels more for him, while Stone Cold maintains his typical poker face throughout every encounter. It's difficult to tell if Jason feels the same way about Sasha as she does about him. In any case, even if fans believe Jasha might become romantically involved, would the plot twist in all of this be that Jason and Anna decide they want to date, but are unable to do so due of Sasha's baby daddy trick? Will there be an affair between the two? Would the Sasha baby daddy plot be foiled if Jason and Anna's hookup were revealed? The Friday, February 21st, 2025, General Hospital spoilers are here. Fans may anticipate physicians racing to save Lucky Spencer in tomorrow's episode. Drew Kane Quartermain is offered a truce by Jason Morgan. In addition, Jack Brennan recommends hiding the death of Cyrus Renaud. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming ABC soap opera episode as you continue reading. The bombshell of Brooke Lynn Quartermain. Harrison Chase responds to Brooke Lynn Quartermain's shocking revelation on Friday, February 21st. When BLQ revealed that she was already pregnant, Chase was shocked. Chase is in disbelief when Brooke Lynn recounts the event to him. But Chase might also feel somewhat deceived. Another option is that Chase might tell Dante Falconeri, which might also lead to issues with Cody Bell. Ultimately, Dante may believe that Cody ought to have informed him years ago, rather than concealing Brooke Lynn's identity. In any event, as this secret keeps coming to light, more mayhem is to be expected. Anna Devane's shocking revelation. Speaking of Dante, Anna Devane gives him some very important news. Dante informs Anna in a sneak peek that Cyrus cannot hide. Dante is correct though, given that Cyrus was recently shot dead. Jack Brennan's damage management strategy. According to General Hospital teasers, Cyrus was going to hack Jocelyn Jacks up. But after killing the villain with a gun, Jocelyn summoned Brennan for assistance. Jocelyn is shocked when Brennan advises them to handle it themselves rather than contacting the police. The fortune of Lucky Spencer. You may anticipate that Portia Robinson and Isaiah Gannon will compete to save Lucky Spencer's life at the hospital. Lucky's loved ones wait tensely for answers while he begins coding. You can see Elizabeth Liz Baldwin with Laura Collins, Lulu Spencer, and Jake Weber. In a sneak peek, Jack is terrified that his father might not live. Lucky is likely to survive while he is coding. Isaiah has previously saved lives from digitalis overdoses, and Liz was aware of the substance he had been injected with. However, Lucky has certain health problems that can make his recuperation more difficult. Jason offers Drew a truce in the interim, but will Drew accept it? Or will his colossal ego take over? In addition, Sasha Gilmore Corbin confesses. On Friday, February 21st, 2025, which narrative are you most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Joss needs assistance, Lucky is critical, and Cyrus is dead. This week, Port Charles is seeing a lot of trauma and drama. Let's go straight to the recap of General Hospital for today. Lulu acknowledges that she feels trapped in the past. When Dante Falconeri informs Lulu Spencer that Harrison Chase and Brooke Lynn Quartermain are unable to conceive, she feels awful. Lulu questions whether their marriage will suffer as a result of BLQ's one-sidedness. Dante expresses his desire for Lulu to know the Brooke Lynn he knows. She also acknowledges that she feels intimidated because she hasn't changed while the rest of the world has. While Brooke Lynn replaced her in everyone's lives, she feels as though she spent 4 years in a hospital bed. Lulu receives a call in the middle of their conversation informing her that Lucky is in the hospital. Curtis requests assistance from Aunt Stella. Aunt Stella and Curtis Ashford having a nightcap at the Savoy. Curtis asks for a favor while they share special cocktails. Congressman Henderson is acquainted with her, and Curtis wants to introduce himself before Drew Quartermain ruins everything he has worked so hard to achieve. He informs her that Drew promised him he would halt all of Curtis' government initiatives. He tells Stella that in order to boost his ego, Drew even allowed Aurora to suffer a setback. Stella pays close attention and naturally offers to assist. A crisis breaks up a Esplanade meeting. Jordan Ashford and Laura Collins are meeting to discuss how to make the Esplanade function. When Anna Devane enters, Laura asks if she believes Jen Sidwell, Sonny Corinthos, or Drew pose the greatest threat. They talk about how readily Drew will side with Jens in order to eliminate Sonny. They both concur that they would prefer to deal with Sonny, the devil they already know. When Anna and Laura both get calls, the meeting is over. While Drew doesn't get what he wants, Jason goes to see Sam's grave. When Jason Morgan goes to Sam's cemetery, he talks about his desires and what he believes she would want. He expresses to her his desire to kill Cyrus Renault for killing her, but he understands that she needs him to prioritize Danny Morgan, which entails refraining from taking revenge. Drew wants Willow Corinthos and his blended family to live in the house he purchased. She rejects the notion when he asks her to think about it. Willow informs him that she believes her children should remain at her mother's house because they have been moving about a lot lately. Drew is more apprehensive the more she talks about combining their families. In the end, Willow is uneasy as Wiley loves his father, Michael Corinthos, and she is unable to do anything that might further perplex him. Wiley anticipates their reunion as a family after Michael returns from the burn unit. Drew informs her that the house is hers when she's ready, and that they should soon share their romance with the children. Until Michael is stable and at home, Willow won't speak to the children. Jason is waiting for Drew when he gets home after taking Willow. He wants to make peace, Jason tells him. Chase is informed about Brooklyn's other child. Chase is waiting for Brooklyn when she gets home. They talk about the curveball they were handed instead of the romance he was planning. Brooklyn is keen on starting a family in any manner they can, while Chase informs her that he is mourning the kid they are unable to create. They talk about how difficult it is to figure out how to start a family. Because of the sacrifice he believes his wife is making, Chase begins to cry. He believes he is robbing her of the chance to become pregnant. She eventually breaks down and tells Chase that she was pregnant and had a kid previously, but they keep going around in circles. Lucky is battling to survive. After giving Lucky Spencer a digitalis injection, Cyrus starts strangling him. Cyrus swiftly flees after Elizabeth Baldwin, who is on the phone with 911, identifies him as the intruder in her house. Liz begins compressions on Lucky, who is unresponsive, while she waits for assistance. When Anna gets there, she is informed of the events that have taken place at Liz's residence. Liz is at GH in the interim as they continue to work on Lucky. After Liz informs Isaiah Gannon that digitalis was used, he rushes to buy the right medication in the hopes of making up for it. Liz informs Laura, who has come with Jordan, that Cyrus visited her home and admitted everything before giving Lucky a digitalis injection. Anna draws Liz aside after needing to hear everything that has occurred to her. Lulu and Dante arrive to General Hospital about the same time as Aiden Weber. When Isaiah enters the waiting room, everyone is anticipating an update. Recap of General Hospital for February 20th. Joss needs help, Lucky is critical and Cyrus is dead. Cyrus has died. Because Jack Brennan gave her the address, Jocelyn Jacks was able to locate the spot in the woods where Cyrus hides. She begins to loot it, opening all the drawers and turning over the furniture in search of anything that would connect him to Dex's death. She eventually discovers an envelope containing the hospital wristbands belonging to each of Cyrus' victims, which are his trophy. After snapping a photo of them, she turns to find Cyrus standing in the doorway. Josh shoots Cyrus in the chest as he approaches her brandishing a hatchet. Recap of General Hospital for February 20th. Joss needs help, Lucky is critical and Cyrus is dead. Cyrus collapses to the ground and informs Joss that she is now also a murderer. After making sure Cyrus has passed away, she calls Jack and asks for his assistance. Jack eventually shows up in the doorway and evaluates the situation. According to General Hospital teasers, Cyrus Renaud has formally left the show. He was shot twice by Jocelyn Jacques after a heated altercation on Thursday, February 20th. Jocelyn discovered Cyrus' secret hideout, and, assuming he wasn't there, she searched it for clues that might connect him to the death of Dex Heller. That's what she found in abundance. At the cabin, Cyrus caught Joss red-handed after a confrontation with Elizabeth Baldwin earlier that night, during which he stabbed Lucky Spencer in the leg with a digitalis-filled needle. She produced a gun, he produced an axe, they fired twice, and the rest is history. Jeff Kober on leaving. Kober recently discussed his exit from the program in an interview with Soap Opera Digest. The actor told the online magazine, "I have nothing but gratitude toward Frank," adding, "This is a character that was supposed to last 6 months and here it is 5 years later. I would like to thank the audience for moving past their initial hatred of Cyrus. Of course, this is just from social media, that's all I can go on, to embracing him as a valid character and a good place to put their anger, judgment, and hatred," he said in a heartfelt message to the fans. "I truly appreciate the fans' appreciation of me, the character, and the stories we were able to tell," Renaud continued. "Nothing compares to the GH audience. Throughout all of my interactions with them, they have been incredibly reliable and enjoyable. GH viewers will mourn Kober's amazing acting and the suspenseful mayhem and drama he brought to Port Charles, but no one will regret the sudden deaths of some of their favorite characters. Do you think you'll miss Cyrus on the canvas? Participate in the discussion below. For your daily fix of Port Charles drama, tune in to GH on ABC, and check this website frequently for the most recent General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. According to General Hospital spoilers, John Lindstrom, who portrays Kevin Collins, has joined Beyond the Gates, a new CBS serial opera. Fans are undoubtedly wondering what will happen to Kevin in the event that John decides not to work on both series simultaneously. In order to compel Laura to comply with Drew Quartermain's plans for the pier, may Jen Sidwell take Kevin out? Jen Sidwell and Drew Quartermain have partnered. On the day Sidwell moved into Windmere, Michael Corinthos was caught in an explosion in Sonny Corinthos' apartment. The explosion was visible to Sidwell at the moment since he was looking out. This isn't evidence that Sidwell did anything, of course, but it is a fairly good indication. Drew and Sidwell are now partners, and Drew wants Sonny's piers to be taken over by the city of Port Charles. Because Sidwell nearly killed Lucky Spencer, the mayor's son, everyone is aware of how deadly he is. Why would anyone in their right mind want to grant him any authority over anything in Port Charles? Drew Kane is looking to settle a dispute. Ever since he discovered that his brother was not Jason Morgan, Drew has been envious of him. When Sam McCall divorced Drew in order to return to Jason, things became worse. Additionally, Drew believes that Sonny and Carly Spencer abandoned him after Jason returned home following 5 years of captivity. Drew anticipates that the mayor will follow his lead and put an end to Sonny. But given the past, Laura isn't prepared to put herself in Sidwell's back pocket. Despite her gut telling her no, Laura wants to talk about this with the police commissioner and her deputy mayor before making any decisions. Jen Sidwell makes a strong case. Before fleeing Elizabeth Baldwin's house, Cyrus gave Lucky digitalis and sent him to the hospital. Before Laura can be persuaded to participate, Sidwell might determine that someone else close to her needs to leave. Will Sidwell notice that Kevin too has an accident? Maybe Kevin will get stuck with digitalis in the hospital without anyone noticing, or he might wreck his car on the way home from work. In any event, Sidwell is undoubtedly capable of doing these actions. Sidwell, Jason, and Anna Devane did attempt to murder Lucky. Sidwell might remove Kevin and vow to continue until Laura gives up. Is Laura going to give in to his demands? Fans of General Hospital have been curious about TJ Ashford's whereabouts. TJ hasn't been heard from or seen in a while. TJ has been absent since he and Molly Lansing Davis don't get along. TJ has undoubtedly had a difficult year. Did he take a vacation or is he simply hiding in the hospital's wings until he is called upon? Taj Bello reflects on the past 12 months. Taj gave fans a brief update on Tuesday via a post on his Instagram. Bellows took a moment to reflect on the year that his character TJ had gone through. Initially, TJ found out that their surrogate had lost the child she was expecting. The loss of his daughter, Christina Corinthos, whom he and Molly were meant to nurture, came next. Molly's backing of Christina and everything that followed posed a major problem for TJ and Molly after he lost his daughter. Bello said, "What a year we had," and included a collage of pictures that highlighted significant events from the previous year. "For my career, playing Dr. TJ Ashford has been revolutionary. It has been enlightening in many ways to pour into TJ as he poured into me. Regards." Taj Bello gives media organizations credit for tracking his career. Bello also acknowledged that a number of media sites, such as Soap Opera Network, have followed his career since his 2018 daytime debut. "I would like to thank and acknowledge these excellent sources that have given me honorable placement among my peers throughout 2024, Bello wrote. "It took everything I had to deal with such a huge loss, and I'm grateful that my work spoke to you all." Bello then said, "I know a lot of my fans are wondering what's next for TJ. But before I speak to that, I wanted to celebrate all that we've accomplished together, without going into detail about his standing at the show. I can't wait for this year's Oscars." Since December 2024, no one has been seen. The last time Bello appeared on film was in December 2024. Since 2022, Bello has been under contract. Ironically, since the character's 2012 debut, this was the first time an actor in the role has been signed to a contract. After arriving in Port Charles, TJ moved in with Sean Butler, who later became his father. Bello starred in episodes of The Middle, Girl Meets World, Casey Undercover, Bosch, and Bunked before assuming the part of TJ. He has recently appeared in television programs like NCIS and 911 Lone Star. What are your thoughts? Has Bello resigned as TJ? Will TJ be recast and remain in Port Charles, or may he be gone forever? Frantic saves, staring down fears, and requesting favors. Thursday, February 20th. General Hospital spoilers and updates hint to pleading for help, facing anxieties, and desperate rescues. Elizabeth Baldwin makes a desperate attempt to save Lucky Spencer. Curtis Ashford requests a favor, and Brooke Lynn Chase faces her anxieties. Requesting favors. Curtis stays at the Savoy with his aunt, Stella Henry, and makes a personal request of her. He makes reference to a favor that only she can perform, implying that it might have to do with her role as GH's patient advocate, possibly to learn more about a particular person. Alternatively, he might just be a little too careful and urge Stella to keep a close eye on Kai Taylor and Trina Robinson, even though it might not be required. Whatever the details, it's obvious that Curtis thinks Stella is specially suited to do this work. He informs her that only she might be able to do a favor. Jordan and Laura are updated by Anna. Jordan Ashford and Laura Collins are being updated by Anna Devane, who suggests that the PCPD should investigate that. She seems to be referring to the plan that Jen Sidwell and Drew Quartermain had for the Esplanade. Laura is about to hear some shocking news during this conversation. A 911 call causes paramedics to race to Elizabeth Baldwin's house. At first, she may worry about her grandson Aiden Weber, but it turns out that his father is the one who needs aid the most. Is the 911 call Anna may soon hear about connected to the devastating news? Lulu and Dante carry on their conversation. Dante Falconeri and Lulu Spencer are having a heated argument about the recent altercation between Lulu and Brooke Lynn, which Dante saw happen. Even after disclosing the private information regarding Brooke Lynn and Harrison Chase's inability to conceive, Dante continues to support her, and Lulu's look shows her displeasure. Lulu frowns even more when Dante says he wants her to understand Brooke Lynn the way he does. This makes Lulu wonder how well Dante actually knows Brooke Lynn, and what answers he could provide to her increasing interest. Her expression says it all. She is still envious of Dante and Brooke Lynn's friendship. Facing your fears. When Brooke Lynn and Chase are at home, she faces her fears while Chase acknowledges that his efforts are insufficient, but it's the best he can do. Even if he is not the biological father, their discussion may unavoidably veer toward discussing other routes to parenthood. He might also think about researching male fertility treatments. There are a few alternatives, but will they work for him? Both struggle with the worry that these therapies might not work, or that there might be no way to address the root causes of Chase's infertility. Drew requests assurance. In the hopes that she and her kids will move in with him and Scout Quartermain, Drew has taken Willow Corinthos to the new house he has bought in Port Charles. He wants to make sure that they have the same goals for their future, and encourages her to say that she wants this arrangement. Willow acknowledges that she likes the house, but she seems surprised. She may be concerned about the possible effects on her custody dispute for her children, though, as her divorce from Michael Corinthos is still months away from being finalized. Is Drew not aware that her prospects of keeping her kids may be compromised if they move in together? Jason Morgan's important choice. In a different area of town, Jason Morgan encounters a turning point and tells someone about the one thing preventing him from moving on. He has recently been forced to make a number of important decisions, especially since Sonny Corinthos has urged him to take over as his business heir. Echoing the assistance he previously gave to Carly Spencer, he has also had to deal with the difficulties of posing as the father of Sasha Corbin's kid. Additionally, Ned Quartermain helped Alexis Davis while she was expecting one of her daughters. What might this important choice involve, and what is the one thing preventing him from making it? Could it be his intense worry for his son, Danny Morgan? Crazy saves. Elizabeth tries desperately to save Lucky's life by doing cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR. After Cyrus Renault stabbed him in the leg with a syringe that contained digitalis meant for her. This time, the poison has reached Lucky's heart directly without being diluted by 4 fluids, so she begs him to wait until the ambulance is on its way. Will she be able to keep him alive until assistance comes and he can be taken to the hospital? According to spoilers, Portia Robinson and Isaiah Gannon intervene to save a life, likely Lucky's. But might Cyrus be aiming for someone else as well? In Cyrus' cabin, Jocelyn was caught red-handed. After arriving at Cyrus' cabin, Jocelyn Jax is startled to see him standing in the doorway. She has been surreptitiously investigating because she is determined to find proof against him and pursue justice for Dex Heller. Hopefully, she still has Dex's gun on her so she can defend herself before Cyrus attacks, but the risks are enormous. She might have discovered the secret box of syringes and digitalis vials that he keeps hidden at this very moment, or will she be caught in Cyrus' crafty ambush? Tonight, will 2 victims require life-saving procedures?